tuning in. You're going to be watching my brow tutorial. So if you would learn how to get these brows here, I'm sorry for the blinding highlighter. Just stay tuned, okay? So if you haven't yet, go right down below and subscribe, like, and comment. If you guys would like me to do any other videos, leave those in the comments below, okay? Stay tuned. So first we're going to get started with the brows. I'm using my Tarte brow brush and I'm dipping it into the e.l.f. medium brown pomade. Now what we're going to do first is lightly pick up some product and start applying it to the bottom of the brows. Now you don't want to start too close to the front of the brow, but you start a little bit back so that way you don't get that box look in the front of your brow. And you want to go right under where your brow hairs end, just outlining the bottom of the brow. Then once you're good with the shape, you're going to grab a little bit more product and you're going to do the same thing on the top. Light, soft strokes. Don't press too hard because you don't want it too dark. And when you get to that arch area in the top of your brow, make sure you turn the brush downward. Just lightly go over it so that way you don't see any harsh lines because we're going to blend this out later. So then now what we're going to do is do the same thing on the other side. Pick up a little bit of product at a time. Apply it to the bottom of the brow first, taking your time going across. A little bit of product at a time, guys. Completely go across. Then draw it the length of your brow. So you don't want to go too far than the length of your brow. You can use the brow mapping tools later. Then once you're comfortable with the bottom of the brow drawn in, then do the same thing on the top that we did on the other eye. I'm just moving in a little bit closer so you guys can really see. Light soft strokes, then when you get to that arch, turn the brush going downward. That's going to create that arch for you automatically. And using a nice stiff brush right here makes it really easy to fill in these brows as well. If you use a brush that's a little too thin, sometimes it moves around too much. So now I've switched to the MAC, I believe it's a 208 brush. And I'm just going to start to fill in the brow. So I went to a thinner brush so that way it can kind of resemble natural hairs, especially in the front area where we didn't start completely in the front. And we're going to begin to fill in the brow. Okay, you see me with the little wink here. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Fill in light soft strokes. We're also going to begin to fill in the front as well, going in an upward motion when you get to the front. And that's going to resemble those hairs in the front. Yes, brows better come through. I think now at this point I grabbed the concealer. Yep, I used the Anastasia concealer in the number 5. This is one of my favorite concealers to clean up the brows with because it's really nice and creamy. And I'm just using a regular flat detailing brush. And I'm starting in the arch. The reason I start in the arch, guys, is because I want that majority of the product to be in the arch. And then I spread the remainder to the back of the brow. And then whatever is left to the front of the brow. It sometimes gets a little harsh in the front if you start in the front of the brow with all of that product. It just gives you a little bit more of a smoother transition. So you just want to take that flat brush and pull the product down. Pulling the product down here will make it easier to blend. Because you don't want that chunk of concealer right underneath your brow. Especially when you take a photo, if you don't blend this out properly, it will look really highlighted underneath your brow. So this concealer shade is maybe just 2 shades lighter than me. So now I'm going to use my Real Techniques. This is actually an eyeshadow brush, but it's really thick and dense. And I like to use it to blend. So you're going to blend, 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 blend. And you want to blend some more. And then when you think you finish, blend some more. And then take a look back at it. If you like how it's blended, go back in and blend some more. Blending is going to be your complete best friend when you're doing brows. And then blend some more. Because we want our brows to be seamless, honey. Seamless. So then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Starting right in that arch, ladies. And fellas, if you're watching. Take your time. This is the part where you really want to take your time. Because you want it to be nice and crisp. And then whatever's left, we took and applied to the front. And then remember, we're going to use that brush and we're going to pull that concealer down. Yeah, you see it. Y'all see it coming to life. Y'all see it coming to life. Just pull it down. Pull it right on down. I'm just defining my arch right here a little bit more because it was a little bit lower than I liked. And just take your time and pull that concealer down. And then once I'm done pulling this down, we're going to go back to that crease brush. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it right now. And then you always want to take a look back and see where you're at with your brows. And then take that concealer brush. As you can see, I love this brush. And we're going to blend. Blend, 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 blend. I want y'all to be blenderillas. We're going to blend this on down. Blend, blend, blend. And when you think you've done, blend some more. Keep on blending. Blend that honey out. Blend some more. Blend, 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 blend. All y'all need to do is blend and you will get the flawless finish that you want. So then now what we're going to do is after I just touch up a little bit, I probably seen a little area that looked a little sparse. And we're going to go with a concealer that's closer to your skin tone for the top. Now, the reason why we're going to go in with the concealer that's closer to your skin tone for the top is because when you apply your foundation, it's going to make it so much more easier to blend it in with your foundation if you use a concealer that's a little bit darker. Not darker than your skin tone, just darker than the lighter concealer that we use on the bottom. Because we don't want to highlight on the top of our brows. We don't want to take pictures and it's light on the top. And as you see, I love Colourpop concealers. Their concealers are only $6, guys. Yes, I said it. $6. So we're going to grab some of this concealer. I'm using the color Deep Golden. And we're going to apply it with that same detailing brush on the top of the brow. Here you can start in the front and the back. It doesn't matter up here because this concealer is closer to the skin tone. So it's going to blend right out. So I'm just going straight across. Excuse me, guys. I'm a little stuffy. And we're going to use that infamous crease brush. And we're going to blend this out. Blend, blend, blend. And as y'all see, you see how quickly that blends into the skin? So using one that's closer to your skin tone will give you this. So if you're having trouble with your brows, you're probably using a color too light on the top. It will definitely make all of the difference. Now if you use a lighter one and it works out for you, don't change. This is just a little tip for those who are struggling. So just take your time going across because concealer sometimes acts as an eraser, guys. So you don't want to be too wild with this concealer and then you end up messing up all that work we put in. There we go. My favorite brush ever. Blending it out. As y'all know, blend, 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 blend. And I personally like to do brows first. You can do your brows last. You can do them in the middle. I like to do them first because I do my eyes first. because it just makes it so much easier. Now look at that Anastasia brow gel. Bomb.com. This is just gonna freeze those brow hairs in place, make them look a little more realistic so you can actually see hairs in the brows, and also help us from getting flyaways. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you liked my brow tutorial. Bye.